already hit double digits week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Denver Broncos. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be a return from deep in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
All right, I knew I forgot to ask a question when we sat with the coaches about just how aggressive will you be bringing the ball out of the end zone, and what's the green light for your returner? In this case, it should have been a red light. Should have stayed in the end zone. Terrible field position to start this drive.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. This defense for the Broncos very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket, try to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And, partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
And able to get this to the 31. But you look at this Bronco defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To throw on second down, McCullough. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On third down, McCullough. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
He finds McCoy. The Broncos at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Ready?
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Well, now, after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Boston. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Harvin, the intended receiver, 3rd down here. If you look at this Bronco defense, they are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Colts. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, When things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready up. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Lance going to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's... crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. McCullough. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And that could have been, and probably should have been, a 3rd interception of this first half. He's got to figure out something, because you cannot give the ball away like he's done and have any chance to win this game.
To throw on 3rd down. McCullough. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fielded at about the 28. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you get away from it for a few days, put down the foot.
Hill's hit, and he lost the football. Well, one of the linebackers has got it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. McCullough. He'll let one go deep for downs. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Broncos will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week, and he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be out right at the 35. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. McCullough. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I would say it might be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
On 3rd down, McCullough. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage. They go play action here on 1st down. He finds
his man complete. It's Hoover.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 23 yards for the touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Lance looking to throw it. He finds his man complete. It's McCoy. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, Boston.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, McCullough. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Looking to throw. McCullough. And they set up the screen. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Back to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
A Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. McCollum. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think it's safe to say he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Let's go now. Blaster.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. An anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Well, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the 2nd half on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
1st down, and it's Hill again. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage. No yardage to be found.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. And Lance now to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off. Under pressure, they got him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Firing quickly here, but that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Colts 1st down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll throw here, hold in. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 26. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Richardson to throw off play action. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync, Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his lance on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's McCoy. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
Don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Hill will score. Touchdown, Broncos.
And that's a step in the right direction. This had the feeling of one of those turning point kind of drives. If you come up empty there, it could be a long road back. But they persevered and hung around, and they closed the gap here in the 3rd quarter with their first touchdown of the game.
And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They got to go back out there and play.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now Lance. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Perkins. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, a run for Hill. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
He finds McCoy. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their practical gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. A give up the gut to Hill. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd down, Hill. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken a 4th quarter lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
79 Broncos.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for him.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41. So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their second pick on 2 drives.
On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's Hill again on second down. And a pretty quick burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. And once again, Hill, he's been busy. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Ready?
Throwing now is Lance. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Perkins. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. On the counter, it's Hill. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee.
Let's go now.
And they take a knee. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week,